Hello everyone, welcome back to Dang It Grandpa. Yes, I have to say it at least once during this Let's Play. I'm surprised it took me this long to say that as the intro. So we are in the last chapter, Chapter 6 and Chapter 0 as it labels itself in the menu. So I don't know what's really going on. I think it's going to be a mix between before the killing game even happened and then now. Oh my, we're already up on this 5th floor. Huh? That's weird. Isn't this hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. This is Monokuma's doing too. This game is really falling apart. Is he trying to confuse us? No. I don't know how he's doing, but he keeps going over and over, so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall into his trap. There's no way I can make it down. Alright, I'm sorry about this. If you guys don't like flashing, I don't recommend watching. Alright, I guess it's the most normal. Oh, no, never mind. Alright, Sonia. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it. No, I wonder what's wrong with it. As if invisible walls been erected to limit our movement. It's just me? Alright, what the heck? It's gonna be like this the whole time, ain't it? Alright, let's see. Oh, you can actually open up the old map. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, let's see. What's down here? We're gonna explore. So there's things that I feel like we're just gonna have a 6th trial. There's some things we need to know about. First and foremost, Chiaki. I have to say her. I miss her, and my gosh, I'm still heartbroken after that. She was so innocent too. We still want to know about her. I still have many questions, like if she found the Future Foundation. I also question if she's like actually human or not, and like if she's not a human, then, like, why was she built? Like, was she based off of a real human or something that died or something? I don't know. And also, we got Nagito, what he was really wanting to do. The mastermind, where we are, if this is a video game or something like that. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that makes me think there's no way we're inside of a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect inside this building to make sense. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're collecting evidence, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There are a bunch of wooden lockers in here. Each of them are traditional looking wood blocks, keys sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. It's nothing particularly that looks like a clue. Alright, I guess we are having a 6th trial, so. There's straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. Alright, let's see what else is here. Trees. The cherry trees are proudly displaying its full blossom, the falling petals, and adds to a glance of the scene. Hyoko and Pekka were here and look truly picturesque. Oh my gosh. For the sake as well, I definitely go home. Gosh darn it. Don't remind me. Oh my gosh. They died so long ago too. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team has more time, they could probably make a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? Alright, let's see. Alright, this seems to be throwing me off. I don't know what the heck this is. Oh, what is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, The History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monica. Oh, found something important. Look at it. Why is this manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with the history first, class. Reading manga is the 3rd best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? It depends on the person. So I thought Monokuma made this. I totally explains how suspicious it looks. It is. I really want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything. It might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Alright, let's see. Host Peak picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through all the pages. That's a lot of pages, though. It's an introduction of Hope's Peak Academy's history as narrated by a cutesy character on the cover. Looks like Chiaki, though. I'm gonna bring her up a lot. I'm sorry. But the story begins with an introduction of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is an unfunded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen throughout the scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers who serve both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. This persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress in their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department, the part that Hajime's in. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the reserve department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal facilities was hired and placed in charge of looking after the reserve department. The expenses and exam fees of our reserve department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Academy received an endless stream of applications. Hope's Academy, now available to talentless commoners, people who never really cared about the brand. But Hajime did care about the brand, so maybe that's why he made it in. With this, Hope's Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Academy's earnest wishes, a true genius who could become mankind's hope. Just when they thought everything was going well, an unforeseeable incident occurred. What? The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. Yep. Hope Peak Academy was crippled by the incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. How sad. Wow, it just ends like that, huh? That's a weird way to end it. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like the monitor suddenly canceled them. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Is this game just suddenly just gonna end? I don't know. Plus, these fairies is mentioned at the end of this manga. Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. It fell apart, which is now on the second island for some reason. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? Nope, I bet they did happen. This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The reserve department. Yeah, it was only built... Yeah, so you were just used to make money. How sad. Just being used for money. I was one of those reserve course students, right? And along with the millions of others, probably.
But hold on.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, you're here again. Oh, the thing is weird. The thing that's weird is you, of course, huh?
Hey.
Why did you forget you were part of the reserve department? I don't know. You wiped my memory? Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? Unless the world enders took away, because we still haven't talked about those in a long time. They were mentioned, but never got into them. Shouldn't know them even before you entered that. You had no talent, right? I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumptions, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the reserve course students. Why would they do that though?
I got it.
Or you willingly sealed these memories yourself, huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you forgot everything that embarrassed you. You know what? When humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memories of what happened. Well, usually you can't forget it. You try hard to forget about it, but then you end up remembering it more. Happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on.
When things get inconvenient, you should get angry and try to brush it off. Oh, what the heck? Alright, sorry about that. I don't know why Epic Games is complaining right now. Well, that's expected of the reserve course student. Oh, dang it, what the heck? Oh, hey, reserve department's been added. Alright, is there anything else we really need to look at here? I think we can leave. Alright, I guess there is nothing really here to look at. I hope I'm not missing anything not looking at that, though. Alright, we got the dojo. This is the dojo. Alright, let's go to the garden. Oh, we can't actually go to the garden. What the heck? Alright, let's see. What else can we go? Oh, no, I mean to open up that. Alright, I'm opening up so much stuff on accident. Alright. Oh, Kazuichi, hello.
What's going on?
You weren't here before. This hallway's kind of creepy. Can't go to places that I shouldn't be able to go to, like some rules being enforced for no reason. It's not like there's an invisible wall or something. Sonia said the same thing. Alright, let's go in this classroom. This seems to be open. Let's see what's in here. Classroom 5A. Uh-oh, there's another book. Alright, I don't think anything looks suspicious except this book here. Let's look at it. It's another manga laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, huh? Is this the World Enders version? Wasn't the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? Why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt? And what triggered the biggest, most awful, most tragic event I'm yawning when I say that. Most awful event in history. Human history. I read this manga, learn a little more about this incident. About what Junko did. Uh-oh. It's music. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I can learn about the events known as the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made made heavily for us use of outdated, stylized drawing, disciplined character solving mysteries. What's written in here is the name suggests the tragedy of Hope's Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. Well, no, duh, that's obvious. Key player that was in the student named Izurumi Kamakuri. Izumi was Azuri, I don't know how to say that. Azuri was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used their resources that developed. I saw his name in the 4th chapter too. I didn't think that meant anything though. Supposedly, Azura was a genius among geniuses that possessed various talent. Wielding superior talent of this hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Azuru as the ultimate hope. Alright, so the talent is the ultimate hope. Wait, is anyone's talent the ultimate hope? I don't know. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Azumi's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Azumi's existence. I didn't even know he existed though. I heard his name once, that's about it. In chapter 4. He was known as the symbol of hope who was responsible for this horrible incident. If he was a symbol of hope and he caused this incident, 13 students of Hope's Academy's council, among the Academy best and bright 13, were brutally murdered by... Oh, I know, only 11 died in this game, so... As of right now. The incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Azuri's superior talent and concealed the incident as if though it never happened. Who were the people that he murdered then? However, a certain student began working in secret to use this incident to their advantage. That student undercover and went in the Academy, and by making that knowledge public, stroked fire in the reserve course students who had long have been dissatisfied with how they've been treated. And that the uprising began, and that's why horrendous Hope's Peak Academy destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy. That entirety? Really? Eventually that incident would lead to the horrifying, disastering incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. Oh yeah, I forgot that existed, but I was told not to read it until I finished both games, I think. First and second game, at least. Because that has spoilers for both games. But we're almost at the end anyway, but there's still a lot that could happen in the last chapter. Habisai closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. But in Danganronpa 1, only 10 died. Including Junko. Unless you count Alter Ego. I don't know if that counts. No, that doesn't. I don't think that counts. What irony for the genius who known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. Talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. I don't know, give it like a speck of gold maybe. Oh, you should be lucky you're not incompetent. Dang it, he's always lead up to something offensive. He seriously pees me off, but the ultimate hope. Agito mentioned that before too. He looked like he mentioned something completely different here. Agito said was the true meaning of hope. Was Azuru? Well, for Azuru's, hope simply means talent. Importantly, a genius who possessed various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. So the reserve course students in the reserve department began uprising. Oh, they fought back, didn't they? So is Azuru dead then? I don't know. Then what about me? I was a participant too. No, that's not possible. There's no way. I had no reason to do something like that. Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Alright. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy in Hope's Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who this other student is that isn't Azuru? Certain student who secretly used that incident to the advantage. Who was that? This incident really messed up. But all it's doing is raising more questions. The mystery just keeps piling up. Alright, let's get out of here. Are we going to spawn on the 4th floor now? Let's see. Alright, we're still on the 5th floor. Anything else we really need to look at? Alright, we can't go that way. Let's see. Where else we can go? We can't go in there. We can go over here now. Maybe. Oh, I feel like this door's open now. Oh, yeah, we can go in here now. Alright, good. Uh-oh, we're going in this room. This is where the bodies of the dead people were left. Oh, another manga. That's nice. What the heck is this room? It's freaking cold in here. Well, no, duh. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I stand here, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry investigate so I can get out of here. Alright, nothing I need to really look at, I don't think. I don't think this matters. No, these are tarps. plastic tar wires. Just cleaning up after yourself, will ya? These are the bodies. I've seen this in a movie before. Refrigerator preserved dead bodies. Don't open it. At least that's what it looks like. And that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies inside the high school bio lab isn't something you should joke about. This is so forced. This idea should have been canceled during the development or something. What am I thinking? Alright, I think we just have to look at the books. We're getting a lot. Oh my gosh, that face. There's another manga just laying out in the open here. This time of the title is Manga for More. The most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one should be obvious about this incident. Biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what is this incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. Rita, just think that face though. She's so terrified. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hope I was right. What did you find this time? Uh-oh, the background's all swirly. Isn't this the same background Nagito was in when he was talking? Story about a creepily drawn character who got involved in such horrifying incidents. Incident known as the most biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. Oh my gosh, how many times are you going to say that? This is drawn so grossly because of the incident itself was so grotesque. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, the beginning of the creepy manga starts with a sentence. The tragedy of Hope Academy was simply the trigger. Trigger Happy Havoc. At first, the uprising of the reserve department students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. So did they fight against pretty much Hope Peak Academy? Initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the solution continued as it escalated to dangerous extremes. Uh-oh. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. Oh no. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began to join in. But the movement wasn't just confined to the internet. It began spreading and eroding in real world, which probably is the reason why it probably is destroyed. In the last game, it was completely destroyed, and you couldn't even, like, survive out there for long, apparently. According to Junko said, when the movement started, it was indistinguishable of any other demonstrations inspired by the socialist unrest. But as it spreads across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. And then it was too late. The ends and the means have vanished, and wandered destruction became their only goal. Oh. Strong butchered the weak, and the weak killed the weakest among them. And soon the weak formed a faction to brutally murder the strong. Oh my, this is like some brutal triangle of strong, weak, weakest. It's just a big triangle. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their action became to disappear, as if the era was regressing to the more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with death to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. What's wrong with people in this world? What's wrong with the people in the Danganronpa world? This is just a school, by the way. I guess you got guaranteed life, so I guess there was fighting, but oh my gosh, I didn't expect all this to happen. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what has happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and intent began occurring all around the world. The world were waged against in the name of despair. The world fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war. Wow, just senseless fighting. Pure war. And became that. There's no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to hopeless scenarios? Were you part of this? Hajime? Explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Peak Academy, a group called the Ultimate Despair. Junko and Oshima. I think she's back. Uh-oh, I don't want to see her again. Instead of using Hope Peak Academy's talent for the sake of mankind's hope, they used it for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Oh my. Techie-savvy computer programmers wrote softwares to spread despair. Uh-oh, I hope Chihiro wasn't part of this. The powerful, most influential created the new values and morals to spread despair. With this, they created the tragedy, the most awful, most tragic event in human history. My gosh. I don't think I'm ever going to not hear that anymore for the rest of this game. I'm just going to hear it like 10,000 times. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfed by the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Well, geez. My heart was racing in my chest. My body felt ice cold. Well, I mean, you are in a freezer, so. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this. Alright. It's the most awful, most tragic event in human history. My gosh, you're gonna say that over and over again, aren't you? It's definitely all made up. I mean, if it was really true, then what happened to the outside world? Destroyed. My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What happened to them? They're all gone.
No way.
Hey, you are seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's normal or not. I mean, if this is true, then obviously it's terrifying. And especially if we're living through this age now. Who would enjoy reading something like that? Oh my, you don't like manga? Not that. It's not that. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Okay, that's a weird comparison. Enough. What's up with this messed up manga? Oh, that's all I do is go pew pew pew. That's all you do. You laugh and kill people. What's wrong with you? Oh my. I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. I feel like it was I like the leader of this whole cult of spreading despair throughout the entire world. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. Don't blame the Future Foundation, because then you're blaming Chiaki. I don't want you to blame I honestly believe Chiaki's probably the nicest person in this entire game. Oh my. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brain. This incident really happened. I actually forgot about it. Brainwashed. There's no way that's possible. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. Thanks. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. Uh-oh. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Alright, you want us to live outside the world now. Thanks. Alright, but it's probably going to be bad anyway. Oh, I see. So that's how it is. That's why he meant when he said at the beginning. Well, as a headmaster, I am conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy for you finally going to graduate. On the other hand, I'm worried whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. Because it was completely destroyed in the first game. Is it even worse in this game? But if this is a video game, I'm starting to have... I definitely think this is like a video game or something like that. I guess if it was a video game, that made sense that Chiaki was the traitor. I'm going to bring her up a lot. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys, I know some of y'all don't like Chiaki. And that's fine. You can like and dislike a character as much as you want. But still, I personally like her, so... I love her. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here, he's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so he wants to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. I don't know about that one, just like now. Perhaps that's definitely it. Gonna deny the truth all you want. The tragedy has been added to the whole... Alright. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the outside world the ultimate despair group? Junko, if they devoted a certain student who guided Hope Peak Academy to its destruction, and they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy. Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. They're known as the ultimate despair. They're high school students, right? Yep, Junko's the leader. Unless Azuru's the leader. I don't know. I don't know if is he good or bad. We don't know. We don't know what he's done yet. But he's definitely important. Well, if they actually were able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then the killings were involved with connected to those them as well. Oh. It's no use. I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering around out of the freezing room. I don't know. Put on a sweatshirt or something. I don't know why you still have a short shirt on. Dude, that was close. I nearly froze to death. Oh my. That seems a bit over-exaggerated. So where should I go next? Alright. Oh, can we go downstairs now? Alright. We can't go in there. Alright, we've been into the garden, right? No, we can't go in there. Alright, we went in the dojo already. Alright, I guess the only area... Oh, this classroom. Alright, this is open now. Alright, I guess we're just doing a lot of traveling back and forth between a bunch of different rooms on the 5th floor of this classroom. Wow, it's not destroyed this time. Oh, Fuyuhiko's here. Oh, you're not gonna say anything? No, I should ignore it. It's probably gonna pretend like... I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see him. I'm gonna click on you anyway! Why, hello there, Hajime. You're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasantly well? Are you pleasantly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there's another thing I need to tell you on this floor. Teehee, I got bored of drawing mangas. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? Fine. You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. Yeah, I did read three of those. High school student who doesn't like mangas is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. Okay, you're just gonna bring up these random... He's been doing this whole game, though. That's kind of his character. To make these weird comparisons. Getting really fed up with your battling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprised about the ultimate despair. Huh? Even though the terms of ultimate despair refer to the group of students these days, it was originally title of a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, feared person alive, Junko. Oh, but she died, so... Who took over? A high school girl. Ladies, Junko Ano freaking Shima. Junko Ano Shima. As a former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. Wow. And created the ultimate despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a second. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some effed up organization created by some high school girl unless she brainwashed them to following them. I mean, I think Mikon was brainwashed to follow Junko or whatever, so definitely I think it's possible. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophical have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout the history, right? Something strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. The way you say it's kind of weird. The way I said it was also kind of weird. With her charmatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those who had higher echelons of power. Her connection to the main reason the incident became the tragedy in the first place. Yeah, she was the leader, the cult leader. So even if she recruited people who wouldn't be in the position to neutralize the threat. Then what was their purpose? What? Like what I said, why did they call this that incident? That doesn't make any sense. Because Junko was bored, so she decided to just torture a bunch of people. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose. That was Junko and Hoshima's despair, huh? Junko and Hoshima's despair. Despair isn't about purpose. It's a set principle, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair was what defines Junko as Junko and Hoshima. Yeah, but you hope for despair, so you're actually the ultimate hope. But you tell Junko that, she'd probably go nuts. That she hoped for despair. You saying, I'm a soft plushie. Hajime is a human. That's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she truly is hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. And she hopes for it too. What the heck? I hope we say that. I hope Hajime says that to her if she's in the Trial 6. If she somehow comes back. Because if this is a video game, then anyone can really come back, honestly. Then definitely. Tell her that, Hajime. What the heck? With their overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any others. That idea has been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who've been recruiting became nothing more than Junko's limbs. Oh my. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, it was dedicated to Junko and Enoshima. Like believers making offers to their god, like a mother providing food for their children, they're dedicated all despair so then they can escape from despair, all in Junko's and Yoshima's name. For example, they kill their families and friends and even destroy their bodies through relentless mutilation. And their hopelessness topped it off. They completely believe it's something like they had to do. Yeah, because you had to kill your sister. Junko, for your fetish of despair. To destroy everything, Junko. Why? Because you're bored. There's no way, because there's something that crazy is possible. really know about the final days of the reserve course students and the tragedy of Host Academy, right? I don't know anything about that. That's why I'm expecting you to explain to me. Final days.
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. They're also true. It's also true for the famous people throughout history. Yeah, you like to change everything for the worst. Hey, what do you mean by final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed what they needed to do. And so, 2,357 students of the return report all committed mass suicide. Jeez! My gosh, this game is so messed up in so many ways. I mean, of course, it didn't take me 6 chapters to figure that out. I mean, I knew that even before I even got into the series. Mass suicide.
What'd you say?
All 2,357. Man, did Junko really brainwash that many students? Oops. Wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Who? One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe that. There's no way I could believe this. Then why did Haji... I mean, why is he special? I question that, why he was the only one. I mean, I didn't want him to. I didn't want any of them to. My gosh. Oh, jeez. Is Hajime, like, secretly special in some sort of way that we don't know about? Ultimate Despair, Junko Enoshima. This doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard.
Junko Enoshima is already dead. Yeah, we know that. But he knows too, which is interesting. Huh? Oh, my. Ultimate Despair. Oh, she has her little crown too. Oh, how cute. Oh, we got another truth bullet. Oh, reserve department. A lot of reserve department. Is that everything we need to see? I want to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is that true what you said? Junko Enoshima was really dead. Yeah, she got crushed by the little thing in the last game. What, you didn't see? There's a book called Among Us for Morons, Killing School Life in the Bloody Classroom. Bloody Classroom. No, wait. There was, like you said, a Killing School Life. Oh, yeah, this book. Like the killings were involved in. They were killing that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. Oh my. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. More of telling her, nay, I just want to live in the outside world, okay? And then she just defeated herself. She was too powerful. That's what it was. Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. Are they still alive today, though?
Hey.
The manga about Killing School Life was drawn out to be a lot of silly images and dumb gags. Forward to that, the mastermind behind that the failed Killing School Life was Junko Enoshima. I hope this is also a failed life. The failed killing game. A mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead.
Like,
Turns out that Killing School Life was part of the whole biggest, most awful, most whatever incident ever. Yeah, thank you. You don't even want to say the whole thing. I don't really want to either. Junko took away the memories of the foreign students of Hope's Academy and formed them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Academy, and she took away their memories, just like us. Apparently the whole thing was filmed behind surveillance cameras and broadcasted worldwide. Like a TV show. Welcome to the Killing Games TV show. Yeah, there's a limit to being a crude butthole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasted the whole time. Students of the Academy were widely known as symbols of hope, as we were. But apparently, according to Nagito, we weren't. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival. We're trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. Is that why everyone got corrupted with despair as they saw symbols of hope attacking each other? Then are we really despair? I also question that too. That's messed up. That's messed up. That messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Well, she kind of chose to fail. She didn't have to kill herself. She could have killed everyone off if she really wanted to. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. I don't know about that one. She's probably gonna come back and be like, hey, I didn't actually die. You're gonna suffer more despair. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? I question that too. Junko Enoshima is really dead, and the rest of the ultimate despair is behind this. Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? Probably. I would assume that's like the only thing that makes sense. It's just to follow Junko's footsteps. It's the only thing I could think of. I mean, the killings were involved. It resembles that school life. Well, I don't know who the heck is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but imitation is just that, an imitation. That word has been used throughout like the entire game. Everything is just an imitation. This is a video game. This is probably just an imitation of something that's already happened. So everything in this game probably already happens, and it's just recreated in this killing video game, TV show like way.
No shit.
The students of Hope Academy stopped the real deal. There's no way we'd lose to some fake. This is really an imitation, and the surveillance camera's the same too. The camera's all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Alright, killing school life been added to the truth bullet section. And more Junko. My gosh, these are all like the same truth bullets. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, you have a problem with that? I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. I don't want to do it. I want to waste your time for at least what you've caused so far.
What are you gonna
Oh
do?
well, I'll raise the flag. Raise the flag. What's gonna happen if you do that? One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character route. What? Am I doing free time events with you? Monokuma's free time events. That'd be kind of interesting though if they actually did that. You're not making any sense again.
Well, man.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including the information about the outside world and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. Alright, do we have to leave here? Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's see, where are we going? Oh, now we're on the 4th floor. Oh my. Oh, my vision's slowly dying. I feel like this game is just slowly dying on itself. It's changed to a different hallway again. So, son, let's go and make something like this happen. No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Alright, I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. And I'll see you all next video. Bye!